Yo, so guys, welcome back to another video. This is another, well, this is part 2 actually. I've literally just done the reaction to part 1 and 25 best national parks in the USA. If you're seeing this one first, click off the video, click the last video I've just posted because this is starting from like 12 to 1. I've just reacted to the last 13 and so far they are ridiculous and I'm expecting them to get even crazier because just some of the views in these are just mind-blowingly just beautiful, I guess you could say at the end of the day, but like it's just unreal to me how there's this is this is just a list of 25. I've got to talk slower sometimes, I really do. This is just a list of 20. This is just a list of 25 and I know there's like, from what I saw in the last video, there's like 480, 490 or whatever, or 440, something like that, in the 400s. And yes, I can only imagine how many more of these just look ridiculous, but I'm guessing it's showing the sort of the most iconic or the most sort of famous ones, or just the nicest ones. I don't know how to put it really, but yeah, this is part 2 of both reactions basically. Hopefully you guys are going to enjoy. Quick shout out to my Instagram and Twitter, links in the description. Same for my second channel on YouTube, links are all there for those interested. But let's get into this one and let's see what national parks there are to see.
Number 12. Glacier. Glacier National Park boasts an outstanding natural world that has been, as you might expect from the name, carved and sculpted over thousands of years by glaciers. It's a land of dramatic rocky outcrops, snow-topped peaks, raging waterfalls, and beautifully reflective lakes. There are an impressive amount of hiking trails here that wind like arteries of adventure around the jaw-dropping landscape. This is also the place where grizzly bears roam in abundance in the dense mountain forests. Popular scenic drive going to the Sun Road is an excellent way to see the beauty of the national park without setting foot out of your car.
Look at, oh my god. It's crazy how it sort of looks like this is going to sound weird as hell. This kind of scenery, I'm just looking at the green, this kind of reminds me of like England. But then you got these sort of waterfalls which you don't get in England. Maybe like Scotland actually. But then you got the mountains which don't look Scottish at all. So I don't know, it's just a mixture of all sort of places in one. I don't know, this one is just, I mean I say this one, they're all beautiful. But this one in particular, just sort of something striking about it. Well, especially this picture. Oh my days. Oh wow. God damn. Look at that, when people drive on that. Is there like any is there ever any accidents on like roads like these? Because I can only imagine how many there could be. Like this in particular. You fall down there and you're done. You fall down there in your car and you are done. Done for. But look at that again, man. God damn. Why do I always see the negative side of things? I've seen this beautiful national park and I just think of people crashing their cars.
Number 11. Rocky Mountain. One of the most spectacular slices of nature in Colorado, the Rocky Mountain National Park, is awash with imposing granite mountains, aqua-colored alpine lakes, and meadows that burst into life come summer. It's the perfect place for adventure amidst nature, with a selection of trails where you can find peace, quiet, and serenity. The wilderness of the national park makes it the ideal host for many wild animals too, like elk, moose, and black bear. Bear Lake, one of the 10 lakes in the park, is a famous scenic spot for visitors, where you can soak up views of the glacial valleys and mountaintops. Number 10. Everglades. A gigantic area of land that's as famous as Florida itself, the Everglades National Park is home to vast tracts of swamp. and the ubiquitous alligators that make the
Oh, yeah, fuck that. I mean, look, it looks beautiful in that, but I am not risking myself anywhere near alligators. I know the US and its alligators is one thing. I'm going to assume this is Florida. Florida is going to be my guess, because I know like there's loads of gators around that kind of area. But yeah, this one isn't as intriguing to me. Maybe I've just seen one picture. Maybe if I see another one, I'll be like, wow.
Everglades what they are. You can take a kayak out and explore the mangrove waterways for yourself, slicing across the silent waters of the myriad lakes.
I mean,
or
it's
you could
different
opt
for
for
sure,
a quintessential airboat tour of the swamp. The Anahinga
That is
Trail
nice,
is where you can spot cold-blooded gators basking in.
See, that reminds me of like in the deep sort of like when you're in like certain parts of Africa. Like this just sort of looks like somewhere that's just so deserted that you'd get like sort of like, I don't know, you'd get like cattle sort of drinking from these swamps, and then you'll be like having an alligator sort of searching, waiting for them, trying to like kill them as soon as they go to the water kind of thing, or hippos. I can just imagine this sort of from like a David Attenborough kind of documentary in like Africa, in like his This Is Africa documentary, whatever that was. But this looks crazy, man.
The swamp. The
Changed my
Anahinga
mind
Trail
already.
is where you can spot cold-blooded gators basking in the sun, and the eponymous Anahinga lying in wait for their prey.
I would
You
wanna go
can
in
even
there. Are
head
you
out on a
mad?
nocturnal walk with a ranger.
Oh my days, got everything there, man. Oh my god damn, are you mad? That's good. Can't see me. Bro, are you mad? Look at how many there is there. God damn. I mean, if you're going
Number
for wildlife,
9,
that's sure the
Bryce
place.
Canyon.
But alligators scare me. I'm not even gonna
Bryce
lie.
Canyon National Park is famous for its rock.
Oh, I get confused. Alligators, crocodiles. I know someone told me in the comments, and she literally said, and I always just forget which one's which, but either or, they're both just alien creatures to me.
Rock formations. Known as hoodoos, these spire-like
Hoodoos.
sandstone rocks jut
Oh
into
my
the
God.
sky for a supremely interesting landscape. It's been sculpted over time by freeze-thaw erosion and has morphed the soft sandstone into the marvelous landscape it is today. There are various trails, such as the Rim Trail, weaving through the rocks. Bryce Point is the perfect spot for views out over the so-called Silent City, with the vista below made up of walls of rock and hoodoos looking like somewhere from another time and place.
Genuinely. It's so weird to me. I know I always say this kind of stuff, and I know someone pointing this out. The higher you are, the colder it is. I do know that. I do. But, like, you sort of see, like, how this place looks like it would be, like, the heat here would be unbearable. And then 2 seconds later, where's the picture? Wait, let me just do it quickly. And then, like, you'll have... You got all the snow here, but then like down when you're lower, like it's just the different. I don't even know how I'm trying to say it. It just kind of blows my mind. But at the same time, maybe I just think it looks hot because of the color of it, because it's orange and just like that's sort of just kind of associated with heat. And I could be completely wrong, but it's just the difference. And here, actually, you go down, it looks cold, but maybe it's because you're so much higher. I'm talking absolute rubbish right now. I really am. Is it snow? It is, isn't it? It is. Yeah, it is.
Number 8, Hawaii Volcanoes. Set on the Big Island
Hawaii's
in the
got loads of
Pacific,
volcanoes, isn't
Hawaii
it?
Volcanoes National Park encompasses Mauna Loa. This massive volcano has a summit that, surprisingly, is sometimes covered in snow. The national park also features volcanic coasts made from cooled lava flows, rich rainforests, magnificent green meadows in the mountains, and geological formations such as lava tubes. Kilauea, a shield volcano in the national park, has erupted as recently as 2018. The last eruption quite literally changed the shape of the park itself. An insight into the power of nature. The park remains open, but some areas are
It's going into the
understandably
water.
closed.
Wait, what? Wait, what? Into the ocean, should I say? Not just the water. I think it's the ocean at least.
Number 7.
What the hell?
Carlsbad Caverns. Located 25 miles from a former ranch town, Carlsbad Caverns National Park is a network of caverns
What
and
the
is, in
hell?
equal parts, an eerie and incredible sight to behold. The main chamber of the cave itself.
See, this reminds me
called
of the catacombs, kind of. Let me just search up. I don't think it would be, but is the catacombs considered a national park? It probably isn't. Probably is. Oh no, this is a different one. Oh, so it's different. Oh, I'm thinking of the catacombs of Paris. Okay, maybe it is. Then I don't know. But this kind of reminded me of that, and this looks wild, man. This looks insane.
the big room.
It's crazy how all of these are so different, and they're all in the same country. And again, there's more that's just missing out as well.
Is impressive, to say the least. To access it, you can choose to take an ear-popping elevator that runs the equivalent to the
An
entire
elevator?
height of the Empire State Building. Or you can take a snaking pathway into the subterranean abyss below. The big room is a cathedral-like opening, complete with a trail and the largest stalagmite in the world.
No idea what that means, but I'm guessing that's what it is. What the hell? It looks like something that was in the ocean, and then the ocean's just evaporated, kind of thing.
Number 6. Great Smoky Mountains. This national park is a world of beautiful nature. Think verdant forests as far as the eye can see, glistening waterfalls, and
is what people
undulating
do
mountain
as well.
peaks. The forests themselves come alive in springtime, with a rainbow of wildflowers blazing between the trees. Autumn brings the famous fall foliage for a sea of auburn, and winter is all about snow. Dubbed the Smokies because of the misty mountaintops, exploring this national park is like stepping into the past. There are still remote mountain communities who call this region home. It's a great spot to truly unwind and leave the modern world behind. Number 5. Denali. Denali National Park is the monumental tract of land that makes up Alaska's most famous national park.
Asking how.
The centerpiece, by a long stretch, is Denali.
Bro, look at
Formerly
these
known
mountains.
as Mount McKinley, this towering mountain is the tallest in North America, at 6,190 meters above sea level. It's truly a sight to behold, as the snowy tip seems to actually pierce the sky. Snowy boreal forests, desolate tundra, jagged mountains, and lakes all play host to caribou, moose, grizzly bear, and wolves. For those
oh my
seeking true
God.
wilderness, this might just be the place.
I mean, you can't get more remote than Alaska, right? So to have a national park in Alaska, I can't even imagine how much more remote and just sort of like, just how the wildlife prospers more than anywhere than this sort of place. Because again, Alaska in itself is just, the population density is just so low. So with it having a national park, it must be 100 times more like, sort of like, you're really in nature as opposed to like these other ones that we've just been through. What the hell?
Number 4. Zion. Utah's splendid national parks don't get better than Zion. The red and white cliffs and buttes that make up Zion Canyon slice into the air. They're edged by greenery, making for a colorful place to soak up this amazing wonder of nature. And there are some great ways to get right into the thick of things. The Narrows, for example, is a 16-mile adventure through the canyon and along the Virgin River at the base of it. Elsewhere, there's the Big Springs, a hike that weaves along the eponymous Fern Edge Spring itself.
So you can get caught up in something like this. What's that film where he gets like his arm caught in something and then he's stuck, then he has to cut his arm off? That's reminding me of this, man, because you can get yourself stuck in these like kind of situations and you're done for. Luckily they're with people, but what is it called when people, I know it's for canyons as well, this is a canyon actually, but what is it called when people like sort of just go sort of through canyons or through canyons and like just to sort of explore? What is it called? Just exploring? Like, I swear there's a specific word for it. I think. Maybe there's not. Okay. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Imagine getting caught down there.
Number 3. Yosemite. This famous national park is a popular place to explore some of California's best nature. There are giant sequoias that tower into the air at Mariposa Grove. There's the glorious green of the Yosemite Valley with its granite walls. And there's the spectacular Vernal Fall, falling 713 feet to the floor below. Owing to its popularity, Yosemite National Park welcomes a whopping 4 million visitors annually. But thankfully, there's space for everyone amid the sweeping peaks of Half Dome and the gleaming lakes.
See, I know this because of Travis Scott, and I always thought because of the name, because of his song. I always thought because of the name, I thought it just sounded like Japanese to me, and then I found out it was in the US, and it surprised me. And it's probably bad that I know this from the name, but obviously seeing the scenery as well, it's another reason to really like explore and understand this place. God damn. Look at that, man. Bro, look at that. That is unreal. Again, look at the backdrop. Oh my god. Again, look at this. I can't get over that. That is unreal, man.
Number 2. Grand Canyon. Renowned the world over, the Grand Canyon needs no introduction.
There we go.
One of the largest canyons in the world, it really has to be seen to be properly appreciated. Whether you visit the north, south, east, or west rim areas, it's always a giant sculpture of light and shadow that barrels its way.
See, I feel like this is the most famous one to anyone sort of outside of the US. Like, this is the one that I always hear about. It's this one and the other one I'm trying to think of from the last video, but I can't remember what it's called, so I'm hoping it comes up in this, and if it doesn't, I'm going to search it up. But this is definitely one of the most famous ones, just for knowing it, and I've obviously seen pictures of it and stuff. But
across an
this is
awesome
unreal,
landscape.
man.
Around the national park that encompasses it, there are a whole host of trails and viewpoints. Cape Royal on the North Rim is a top vista from many major parts of the Grand Canyon. You can even reach down to the canyon floor over a mile down in some places via steep, meandering trails.
Look how dangerous that looks. Fuck.
Number 1. Yellowstone.
Yellowstone. Oh, of course. Of
Granddaddy
course.
of American national parks, Yellowstone is the oldest in the United States and the world,
course, this makes
having
sense
been
now.
founded in 1872.
What is that? Wait, what is this? Is this the third? I literally did a video on Yellowstone yesterday, or now, yes, today when I've done it, but yesterday from when you're seeing this reaction. Is this where those thermo explosion things happen? Because that is wild.
When it was first discovered, stories of the magnificence of the area were passed off as lies and tall tales. You can see why. Erupting geysers here belch steam and water, such as the clockwork Old Faithful. There are boiling hot springs like the Grand Prismatic Spring. Thanks to differing temperatures and minerals as the water spreads out, this is a veritable rainbow of unbelievable colors. There's even the Grand Canyon of Yellowstone, a natural wonder in granite. This
Really?
place is a true icon of must-see nature.
I mean, yeah, this is the definition of just, wow, what the hell am I looking at kind of thing. Got the nature prospering as well. And they're just swimming in it, what the hell? That's crazy. This was a crazy video, man. Shout out to this channel and shout out to the people who suggested me to see this because this was unreal. I just want to search USA waterfall. I want to Niagara Falls. That's the one. Wait, I can just click it. Oh, I'm gonna do it. Niagara Falls. That's what I was thinking of. Is that? Oh, it's Canada. Isn't it on the? I swear it's like on the border. It's, oh, it is, yeah, on Buffalo and mainly in Canada. But yeah, I always hear about this. Collectively, the waterfalls are named Niagara Falls. They consist of 3 different waterfalls: the American Falls and the Bridal Falls in the USA, the Canadian Horseshoe Falls, and the Niagara River serves as an international border between the USA and Canada. So it is in between. Is national? Is it national park? I guess they can't put it in this list because it isn't just from the US. But yeah, that's something I always hear about as well. It's that and the Grand Canyon for me, and obviously Yellowstone too. But let's just see some of the comments because I saved them from the last video. Surprised not to see the Olympic National Park in. I love the USA from Canada. Besides my driver's license, the most valuable thing in my wallet is my senior pass to national parks. What's a senior pass? For my mere $10, I have a lifetime free admission to all parks plus half fee on any campgrounds. A few months back, I found the price of the pass was raised to $80. I'll protect mine for my life. The United States is truly an amazing country, geographically and beyond. As a Canadian, I always look forward to going to the USA. It's a great country with beautiful scenery and endless things to do. Honestly, man, looking at this alone, you just realise national parks are a national treasure. How many national... UK's... England's... Wait. Best national park. Let's just compare. Actually, to be fair, this does actually look quite nice. Fair enough, it does actually look quite nice, although I want to see it properly. See, I've never been to these places either. Peak District. I know this is irrelevant, but just look. Look how this look how this compares to all the US ones. Look at that. I mean, look, it's nice. This picture is quite cool, but it's just like in comparison, it's nothing in comparison. I didn't know this kind of stuff was in the Peak District. That's kind of surprising to me, not gonna lie. But yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, this is actually pretty beautiful, but in comparison, it's nothing. This is quite a cool picture, actually. Taking me by surprise a bit, but again, that probably doesn't even make the top 25 in the US, if we're being honest, but still, real of America, long of America. I guess it depends how you sort of view it. Maybe because this sort of stuff is what I'm used to seeing, I don't recognise it as maybe other people do, but when you look at these American ones, some of these are ridiculous. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this reaction. Thank you for suggesting these national park videos because I've loved these so much, and I'm down to do more. I can't do more, is it? Actually, there is much more to look at, and maybe just other sort of national parks around the world I'll be down to see because these were unreal. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this reaction. More on the way. Until next time, like, subscribe, peace.